There's Zebin. He's helping me with the video today. And when we went to South Harrison Park, this latch just completely locked up on us. I actually tried to put the flat bar in here like this and pop that, and it was stuck so tight that when I put the leverage on it, it broke the handle. Once I broke this latch off with the flat bar when I pried on it, we didn't have a choice. We had to put it in here in between and pry back on it to get this door open. We had to have access to this because this is where all the stuff is. This is like, it's got all the Anderson blocks, got the wrenches for our scissor chocks. So we had to get access to this panel. There wasn't a choice. Once we got the latch off and we got this popped open, I took these screws out and took the whole thing apart. I lubed it up, checked it out, and it was a very simple mechanism. Didn't do anything really, but just spray it with some WD-40 and put it back together, and it worked fine with an adjustable wrench. It opened every time. It never jammed again. But we went to Evans & Sons and they replaced this latch for us and put our old tumbler in there so we didn't have to change keys or anything like that. It shuts very easily and opens very easily now. They did a good job on replacing it. If I ever have to pop one of these again, I'll probably like wrap the flat bar with a towel or something so we don't leave the markings on there.
So we just need the pliers.
Pliers right now, yeah. As you can see, it's fixed without the handle in it. It opens every time I turn it. So, guess we'll just order a new latch and go from there. It's a very, very simple mechanism inside. There is an arm up here connected to this. It's got a square pin in there, and on that square pin it pushes a little flat bar, and that little flat bar pushes this backwards and you pull on it.
I see you.
You do?
Yeah.
This is what we used to get into the door. Used the flat bar and a screwdriver. I worked them in unison. working back and forth until we got enough leverage to pop this loose. So basically you're prying this flat piece right here off of this latch bracket right here. When it closes, it comes in and behind this, and that's what latches the door. And you can see it's still got a little bend right here at the top. When I popped the lock, this was bent out about right here. I bent this flat piece that this gasket stuck to. So when I bent this all back, now it latches fine. So we put the flat bar in there.
Huh? Right.
And a flat screwdriver, and we work these back and forth until we got enough leverage to pop this loose. It did do a little bit of superficial damage on this. Hindsight's 20/20. I should have put a towel on the edge of it. I had to bend this little bracket back because when we popped it, it bent this out. I'm going to touch this up. I'm going to go get a marker and see if that'll cover it up instead of paint. Alright, and I'm just going to put on this Sharpie down it. Anywhere I see a shiny spot. Maybe a couple of them it can't get to. Right in that edge. But it's the high spots that really got it. I got a smaller Sharpie in there. It might get into those little nicks better. And I tell you, they have black paint markers at the auto store that will probably work even better. If this doesn't last, then I will definitely check that out. Get just a black paint marker. She's doing pretty good though. Looks a lot better. Little nicks there. There we go. That looks a lot better. We're good. Yeah. And there it is after the Sharpie marker all touched up, repaired. I just wanted to tell you, make sure you bring plenty of tools with you. This is where I keep my tool bag. As you can see, I bring a lot of tools. But if you can just bring some of the basics, that will definitely help, especially with stuff like that. I have a cordless drill I bring with me, a drill bit set, a nut driver set, another nut driver set with a little ratchet with it and extension, flat screwdriver, Phillips screwdrivers. I got big to small. This is my bigger one. Of course, I always have a flat bar. You never know when you're going to have to pry something open. Luckily, I had it with me. But if you just bring the basics, some wrenches, I've got a socket set, a couple nut drivers. I bring a socket for every size nut and bolt on the travel trailer. And I also have for my lugs on my truck and the lugs on the wheels. So from the lugs down to the smallest little square head screw, I have it covered. This little nut driver set has the square bits for all of these. It's just little things like that. When you get out on the road, if something goes wrong, it's just handy to have it all there with you. It doesn't have to be expensive. It's not like we're using these tools every day and putting a lot of wear and tear on them. It's just to cover you in case something does go wrong. Then you at least have a basic tool to help you through the ordeal without having to run to the store or run to your neighbor and ask for help. So yeah, just your basic toolkit will get you by on the road. You don't have to have a big expensive set. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure I've got every nut and bolt covered on the rig. That way you're not caught out on the road or on the side of the highway broke down without the right size tool for the job. Well, once again, thanks for watching, and get out there and get busy living. Take care.